There is a sacred moment between the darkness of night and the light of day. An instant when the veil between worlds thins and your consciousness can touch the frequency of pure creation. Eleanor Vance discovered this secret a century ago when the world was sinking into the Great Depression and millions believed scarcity was inevitable. Have you ever noticed how your first hours set the entire rhythm for your day? How the initial thoughts you allow to inhabit your mind become the soundtrack to everything that follows? It's no coincidence. It's spiritual law. While most people wake up racing against the clock, checking soul-draining news and immediately plunging into the chaos of the outside world, you've been called to something different. You've been called to discover the hidden power of the sacred morning. Eleanor taught that the first moments of awakening are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of consciousness. What you sow there determines the harvest of your entire day. Every morning is a new opportunity to rewrite your story, to realign your vibration with divine abundance, to declare who you truly are. But here's the truth few understand. Morning isn't just the start of the day. It's the moment you choose which version of yourself will exist for the next 24 hours. It's when you decide whether you will live as a victim of circumstances or as a conscious creator of your reality. Do you have 6 minutes? 6 sacred moments that can transform not just your day, but your entire life? Because what Eleanor discovered, and what thousands of people have already proven, is that there's a specific sequence, a morning ritual that awakens the dormant creative power within you. It's not about another productivity routine. It's not about optimizing your time or organizing your schedule. It's about something much deeper and more powerful. It's about tuning your inner frequency to the infinite source of all abundance. Each element of this ritual carries a specific spiritual key. Each practice unlocks a different door of your consciousness. And when you master this sacred sequence, something extraordinary happens. You stop chasing life, and life begins to flow naturally towards you. But what Eleanor discovered about the first element of this sequence changes everything you think you know about prayer, meditation, and divine connection. Silence is the first language of God. Before any word is spoken, before any action is taken, there is sacred silence where all possibilities reside in a pure state. Eleanor understood that starting the day immersed in this stillness isn't passivity. It's the most powerful act a human being can perform. When you wake up and immediately seek silence, something profound happens in your consciousness. The voices of fear, anxiety, and limitation that still echo from the night's dreams are silenced. Your mind becomes like a calm lake, perfectly capable of reflecting the divine light that has always been there, waiting to be recognized. 3 minutes of conscious silence are enough to redefine your spiritual identity. It's not about emptying the mind, but filling it with the divine presence that you are. In this silence, you are not seeking God. You are recognizing that God is already seeking expression through you. But silence is just the preparation. The second element of this sacred sequence is where your word becomes universal law. Eleanor taught that spoken declarations made in a state of absolute faith carry the power to reorganize the very structure of reality. When you emerge from silence and declare, "I am manifest abundance," these words aren't just sounds, they are cosmic decrees. Your morning affirmations must be declarations of identity, not begging the universe for scraps. You are not trying to convince God of something. You are reminding yourself of who you truly are. I build wealth naturally. I become the person God intended. My life is a river of growing prosperity. Each word reprograms your subconscious and aligns your vibration with spiritual truth. The third element is where the invisible takes form, writing it down. When you write your visions, goals, and revelations received in silence, you are creating a bridge between the spiritual and physical worlds. The ink on paper becomes a material anchor for your divine intentions. Where there is no recorded vision, energy disperses. The fourth element nourishes your soul with wisdom, inspiring reading. No soul-draining news or mind-fragmenting social media. Only words that uplift, texts that awaken, ideas that expand your consciousness and strengthen your faith in infinite abundance. But it's the last 2 elements that seal this morning alchemy in a way few truly understand. Your body is the temple where your soul resides, and when that temple is stagnant, your creative energy also becomes lethargic. Eleanor observed that physical movement isn't just exercise. It's the activation of the life force that drives all manifestation. When your blood circulates vigorously, your mind awakens to possibilities that previously remained unseen. 5 minutes of conscious movement in the morning are enough to awaken the energy that builds empires. It's not about athletic performance. It's about honoring the sacred vehicle you inhabit and declaring through movement that you are alive, active, and ready to receive everything life has to offer. Each stretch is a declaration of flexibility in the face of the new. Each deep breath during movement is an affirmation that you deserve to take up space in the world. Every drop of sweat you allow to form is evidence that you are investing energy in your own transformation. You don't build wealth in stagnation. You don't manifest abundance in inertia. Prosperity is energy in motion. And when you move your body consciously, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready for life to move through you in powerful and surprising ways. The sixth and final element of this sacred sequence is where all gratitude meets faith, the declaration of gratitude for everything that already is and everything that is coming. But this isn't the superficial gratitude you might know. It's the gratitude Eleanor called anticipatory faith. When you give thanks for blessings you cannot yet see with your physical eyes, you are vibrating at the frequency of absolute certainty. You are declaring such trust in divine goodness that you celebrate even before the manifestation appears. This advanced gratitude is like a spiritual magnet that quickly attracts what you are already grateful for. I am grateful for the prosperity that flows to me now. I am thankful for the opportunities opening up today. I celebrate the abundance that is already mine by divine right. Each word of anticipatory gratitude is a seed of accelerated manifestation. These 6 elements form a morning symphony that awakens the conscious creator within you. Silence to connect, declarations to program, writing to materialize, reading to nourish, movement to activate, gratitude to magnetize. But now you need to know why most people fail when trying to create a powerful morning routine. The resistance you feel when waking up isn't laziness. It's the echo of all the old versions of yourself fighting to maintain control. Every morning is a spiritual battlefield where you choose between staying in the comfort zone of mediocrity or taking a courageous step toward your divine greatness. Eleanor faced this same resistance when she began applying these principles. There were mornings when the bed seemed more appealing than sacred silence. Moments when declaring abundance sounded like a lie in the face of apparent circumstances. Days when writing visions seemed naive given the bills to pay. But she discovered something revolutionary. Resistance is always proportional to the transformation about to happen. The greater the resistance you feel, the bigger the quantum leap your consciousness is preparing for. Morning sluggishness isn't a lack of energy. It's fear of your own magnificence. Have you ever noticed how easy it is to wake up when something extraordinary is about to happen? How your energy multiplies when you have something to be excited about? The secret is to make every morning an anticipatory celebration of the greatness you are creating. Not a burden to be carried, but a celebration to be embraced. When you embrace these 6 elements as non-negotiable, something powerful happens in your identity. You stop being someone who tries to have a morning routine and become someone who is a person who honors the sacred every day. This shift in identity is the true miracle. The person you become through this morning ritual is incapable of accepting mediocrity in any area of life, is incapable of agreeing with scarcity or limitation, is incapable of living below their divine potential. Because every day, in the early hours, you are reminding yourself of who you truly are. But here's where most people stumble. They want to see results before they have faith. They want external evidence before changing their internal programming. Eleanor taught the opposite. She said, change your morning, change your vibration, change your vibration, change your life. Results don't appear to convince you. Results appear to confirm what you already believe. And when you wake up every day declaring your abundant nature, writing your divine visions, and moving your body with purpose, you are sending a clear message to the universe about who you have chosen to be. But what happens when you break this ritual? Have you ever noticed how the days you skip your morning practice unfold completely differently? How small irritants that normally wouldn't bother you suddenly seem like insurmountable mountains? How opportunities that should be obvious go unnoticed? It's no coincidence. It's spiritual cause and effect. When you don't honor the sacred in the morning, you are essentially telling the universe that your transformation is not a priority. You are vibrating at the frequency of spiritual neglect. And life, which always responds to your most consistent vibrations, begins to reflect that energy of carelessness in every area. Eleanor observed that people who abandon their morning practices don't just lose a routine, they lose sync with their own divinity. They start reacting to the world instead of creating it. They allow external circumstances to define their inner state. They forget they are co-creators with the divine. But when you maintain this sacred discipline, even on difficult days, especially on difficult days, something extraordinary happens. You develop what Eleanor called spiritual immunity. You become incapable of being knocked down by external storms because your inner anchor is firmly planted on the rock of divine certainty. Think about it. How many times have you allowed a bad day to turn into a bad week, then a bad month, simply because you didn't have a ritual to bring you back to center? How many opportunities for wealth did you miss because you were vibrating at low frequencies at crucial moments? Your morning isn't just preparation for the day. It's a declaration of war against all forces that want to keep you small. It's an act of rebellion against mediocrity. It's your daily signature on the contract with abundance. Every time you choose silence instead of chaos, you are voting for your greatness. Every time you declare prosperity instead of complaining about difficulties, you are investing in your transformation. Every time you write your visions instead of consuming negativity, you are building bridges to the future you desire. And here's the truth that will change everything for you. It's not about having time. It's about making time sacred. It's not about having energy. It's about generating energy through connection with your infinite source. It's not about feeling like it. It's about creating the will through conscious action. You have two choices every morning: to wake up as a victim of circumstances or as a conscious author of your story. And that choice determines not only how your day unfolds, but how your entire life manifests. But what is really happening inside you when you hesitate before that choice? Look at your last week with brutal honesty. How many mornings did you surrender to autopilot? How many times did you wake up and immediately give in to your phone, your worries, the manufactured urgency of a world that never stops? How many opportunities to reconnect with your divinity did you trade for 5 more minutes of drowsiness? Every wasted morning is a silent declaration that you don't believe you deserve greatness. It's an unconscious vote for your own limitation. It's a renewed agreement with the mediocrity you claim to want to abandon. As you postpone the sacred ritual, life continues to respond to your vibration of postponement. As you choose the false comfort of bed instead of the true power of silence, you are programming your subconscious to choose ease over excellence in all other areas. How many times have you declared you want prosperity, but when it's time to declare prosperity, your voice remains silent? How many times have you dreamed of abundance, but when it's time to write your visions, your hands remain empty? How many times have you desired transformation, but when the opportunity to move your body with purpose arises, you choose inertia? The resistance you feel isn't about time, it's about identity. It's not about energy, it's about priority. It's not about circumstances, it's about choice. And deep down, you know it. You are living below your divine nature because you are waking up below your divine nature. You are manifesting scarcity because you are starting your days in a vibration of scarcity. You are attracting chaos because you are allowing chaos to define your first hours. But here's the good news that will free you right now. Today can be different. This morning can be the turning point. Tomorrow can be the first day of your new spiritual identity. You don't have to wait for Monday, the first of the month, or the new year. You just need to choose to honor the sacred the next time you open your eyes. It's not money that avoids you. It's your energetic inconsistency that confuses the universe. Opportunities are not scarce. It's your morning vibration that isn't aligned with recognizing them. God is not absent. It's you who is asleep to your own magnificence. And today, in this moment, you decide whether you will continue sleeping or if you will awaken to the conscious creator you have always been. The choice is always yours. The power has always been yours. The moment is now. You are no longer the same person you were when you started absorbing these words. Something has shifted in your frequency. A seed of possibility has been planted in fertile ground. The truth Eleanor discovered a century ago now pulsates alive within your heart. You are a conscious co-creator with the divine, and every morning is your opportunity to exercise that sacred power. Tomorrow, when you open your eyes, you will know exactly what to do. 3 minutes of silence to reconnect with your source, powerful declarations to reprogram your identity, conscious writing to materialize your visions, inspiring reading to nourish your soul, intentional movement to activate your vital energy, anticipatory gratitude to magnetize your blessings. You are now a guardian of the sacred ritual, a protector of the divine morning, a champion of your own transformation. And when you honor these 6 elements, you are not just changing your life. You are elevating the vibration of everyone around you. You are becoming a beacon of possibility in a world that has forgotten its own power. Every morning you choose the sacred over chaos. You are voting for universal abundance. Every day you declare prosperity instead of accepting limitation. You are expanding the field of possibilities for all humanity. Every time you write visions instead of consuming negativity, you are building bridges to a brighter future. If these words awakened something within you, leave a comment sharing which of the 6 elements touched your heart the most. If you felt a real shift in your vibration, show it by liking this video. If you know someone who needs to awaken to their own magnificence, share this message. And if you want to continue receiving life-transforming revelations, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. Because your awakening journey is just beginning, and every video is a new key to unlock doors you didn't even know existed. Remember, you weren't here by chance. You were guided to this message because you are ready to become who you were always meant to be. The conscious creator who awakens with purpose, declares with authority, writes with vision, moves with energy, and gives thanks with absolute faith. Your sacred morning begins now. Your abundant life begins tomorrow. Your new spiritual identity has already begun. So it is. So it shall be. So it is done.